So, did everyone just die? Okay, sorry, let's back up. Let's go back to the start here. So we start out where the last chapter ended off. Noro's there, ready to just rampage all over everybody. And he continues to be one of the just creepiest characters out there. His regenerative abilities are insane as are seen in this chapter here with him getting cut in half and oh, I'm just gonna slurp myself back together. Thanks. That didn't do anything. Although it is pretty badass. I mean, we see some teamwork from the whole team, and especially Psycho. She's just like, "Oh, yo, check out my thing. It's huge." And we'd kind of always wondered what it was. We figured it was actually going to be the most Kaneki seeming thing, but instead it's I mean, it is kind of like that. Like, it has a bit of a centipede look to it, but it's also just gigantic. She just freaking just tears him in half, cuts him in half. He's in pieces, whatever, that's the point. Either way, though, it's pretty awesome teamwork from the Quink squad, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, knowing Tokyo Ghoul, I don't have terribly good vibes about it, but I mean, who knows? I don't even want to try and necessarily predict what Ishida's gonna do. Instead, it then switches focus to the Matsume and Hairu fight, and that's pretty crazy. I mean, she's got like a hole in her, oh wow, would never have thought she would get taken down like this, and it's she just screams give me the damn Quink, and it's okay, this is some crazy looking crap. It's clearly a last ditch attempt to try and get Matsume, and it's pretty crazy looking. It reminds me of Arima's Quink, or at least one of them, and it's ugh, electricity. Gotta block it with a shield. I don't know if I can hold up. It's pretty intense. And just as a side note, I really like that panel where all the electricity or whatever it is going towards Matsume, and there's the ground getting ripped up and everything. It's the reason why I used it in the thumbnail, because it's so cool looking. I love Ishida's art. And then we get the other guy, Myro, who goes flying in. He's like, oh, I'm gonna help protect Master Shu. Gets cut in half by the attack, still keeps going, and at that moment we get a very just brief flashback from Hairu remembering meeting Arima, I guess. I don't really necessarily know what to make of that. I'm assuming we'll get more backstory on her afterwards, because as you can see from the next page, yeah. Girl got kaput, head sliced off, she's gone, dunzo. No more. And if I'm honest, I'm actually a little bit surprised by this. I don't really know what to make of it per se. I didn't expect good things to happen based on the last chapter, and obviously a lot of people were like, oh, she's definitely dead. A bunch of people were like, there's no way she can be dead. She just got introduced recently. She's already had some development. Clearly, there's some kind of interaction with her and Arima, who is one of the most enigmatic figures in this whole manga. She can't be killed off yet, right? And yet, seemingly in this chapter, after not very long, yeah, she's gone. Dead. It's crazy. Apparently, Ishida just got into a mood and was like, fuck this, I'm killing everybody. Fuck all of you. And we get some creepiness from Kijima, but then, lo and behold, Myro's still going, top half, gonna get you from behind, distract you, and then Matsume comes in and is just like, fuck off. And that whole line is just so there's a satisfaction to that. The way he drew it, the way he wrote the whole thing. And I don't think Kijima's necessarily out of it yet, because he's really creepy looking. He's got all the stitching and shit, but woof, craziness. And for someone who's so calm and collected and, again, creepy, it's kind of surprising that he is in fact taken by surprise by all of this. It's dude, you seem like you've been around for a while and seen some fucked up shit. How do you not know how to deal with the situation? But I guess even the good people can get caught off guard, unless you're Arima senpai. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say besides the fact that this chapter was pretty freaking awesome. We got a ton of action, some deaths, CCG. Looks like they're kind of going down the shitter right now. Although I expect things to change a little bit. Eto being on the scene is it's not good. I mean, that's for sure. That's all I'll say on that, I guess. Mainly, I just want to see what's going to happen with Shu and Heisei and Kane, who is apparently also, climbing up to come say hello. So that's going to be a whole ordeal, and I don't even know, man. We'll see what happens. It's going to be crazy. Either way, I'm actually fairly content with just sitting back and taking in each chapter as it comes, because it's, again, freaking craziness. And so yeah, if you guys are also readers of Tokyo Ghoul, I mean, let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. I thought this was pretty damn awesome, and this has been ongoing of Ishida just throwing craziness after, one after another, rather. It's freaking awesome.